We don't want to spend too long lingering on the story behind this video, so we'll give you the shortened version. Back when we were based on Georgetown's campus, we held our weekly meetings in a glorified broom closet, the McCarthy Library, a study space in the McCarthy Residence Hall. The space had a few hundred books in it, and one day we noticed one of the book covers featured a young Native American woman with blood on her clothes, and upon further inspection, we realized that 95% of the hundreds of books in this library were pornographic dime novels, most of them very racist, from the mid-20th century. We then sent an email to the university asking if they were aware the books were there. We did not make a single demand. We did not ask that the books be contextualized. We did not ask that the books be removed. We merely asked if the university knew about them. And 8 hours after we sent an email to the university, every book in that library was gone. We actually cataloged the 36 worst books that we found. You can read more about those in the report we co-wrote with the Georgetown Review, link in the description. On the same day as the book's removal, we actually wrote and published a sketch in which our resident mafia boss, John Scudero, explained to the university that we were holding the books for ransom, and they too had 8 hours to pick them up. Link in the description. Ultimately, after Georgetown's newspaper picked up the story, Breitbart eventually got word. This article was not exactly Pulitzer material. It was kind of exactly what the AP tells journalists to avoid. The Breitbart deemed the Hilltop Show a crack research team, which was the greatest thing to ever happen to us. I did actually get the chance to go up to New York City right before quarantine began and told John Oliver about the whole saga in his Q&A before the last show before a studio audience. He told us to keep getting in trouble, F them, and keep doing what we're doing. This Breitbart article ended up getting shared over 39,000 times and commented on over 11,000 times as of this taping. This article was picked up on by a myriad of news platforms from the radical right, and in honor of our 1-year anniversary, we're excited to finally share some of the most colorful comments with you.
Quote, many books fetishized young, non-white women. End quote. Well, maybe it is because of the likes of Bowman. I don't buy books for its cover, but obviously this quote lady, end quotes, small s, very small s, maybe get offended because olive oil is more attractive than she.
Hey, if you don't like the book cover, don't read the damn book. Really quite simple. And before anybody gets all worked up, I'm neither Republican nor Democrat. Pretty much an independent.
Okay, centrist.
I would gladly take the books off your hands. What are running there? A daycare? Myself, I see the old books as treasures. I love books. That's history, folks. Don't like it, don't read it. It's pretty simple.
Feel free to contact us for pricing.
Communist Manifesto was written by Karl Marx in 1848. It is what Lenin used as a guideline for the 1917 Russian Revolution and the establishment of the USSR.
First, that was the whole comment. Second, I think the Lenin you're thinking of wanted a different kind of revolution. Though that does bring to mind some of my favorite verses from Imagine.
Imagine there's no classes. It isn't hard to do. We seize the means of production and the Romanovs too. Imagine all us Russians living life in peace. Proletarians, you may say I'm a Marxist, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and us comrades will live as one.
Wait till Miss Bowman hits the real world and finds her boss will not approve of her insubordination and she is out of a job.
Pat, how did you know? How did you know this is a simulation? Pat!
When you burn books, you'll soon burn bodies.
Are you speaking from experience?
I have to wonder, does this female expect the school to tuck her in at night?
Yeah, that would actually be a nice bonus considering how expensive tuition is. I think the males would find that argument pretty legit.
If the feelings of one entitled idiot is all it takes for a university to change their policies and deprive the other students of essential information. Just think of how easily the idiots will make it for dangerous ideologies like communism and Islam to infiltrate and take over. This happy horse crap has to stop.
Yes, Gwylem, son of Glowin, it is an indisputable fact that racial pornography is essential information. Or maybe you just don't like Muslims. Sounds like a you problem.
The snowflakes at Georgetown had better be careful. Once book burning becomes a standard operating procedure, no books are safe. While I would not mind seeing Saul Alinsky, Karl Marx, Maya Angelou, and certainly Hillary Clinton on the bonfire, their books, not them personally, their works aren't safe either. What a sad, deluded, and genuinely stupid bunch.
As a doctor, I would hope that he knows that standard operating procedure does not begin with book burning. Can we check on his patients?
Kurt Vonnegut warned us in Fahrenheit 451. The thought police are hard at work burning books.
Whew! Stand down, Russo brothers. This guy just wrote the best crossover novel ever made.
They will become insane animals triggered by the slightest thing. The zombie apocalypse may be more real than anyone ever thought.
Well, that does bring me a sense of pride that a college satire group was able to bring about the end of the world.
Who runs these universities? What kind of pansy-ass people are they? One adolescent student without enough life experience to make a decision of any kind is offended and they all buckle. Where are the adults?
I'm so offended by the 2 boxes of cereal in my pantry that I have not had breakfast since arriving home.
Looks like Hitler is alive and well at Georgetown University.
He's my psych professor, actually.
May I have them? Seriously, if the library and students don't want them, I would love to have them. I read all those authors while I was growing up and have very fond memories of them. This is a serious request. I'll happily pay shipping.
Barnes & Noble did have a very odd kid section back in the day.
I wonder if swastika armbands will be available in the college bookstore.
Could I get a name with that product request?
What time will the bonfire be?
5:30. Don't mistake it for the book burning, which is Tuesday at 7. Bring chips and guac.
Can I get the books that offend me banned? Number 1, 50 Shades.
Of course! We're always happy to add more books to our to-burn roster. Although some people might be disappointed when they're looking for the Pantone color samples.
They would burn the Library of Alexandria if they could.
Oops, sorry, bud. You're about 2,000 years late to that party. You can buy your crack research team gear at the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and cheers.